Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this year's annual 8th grade celebration. If you would please join me in saying our Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Lori Kilberry. Lori is the main person in the hub. If you've ever called for an early dismissal or an absentee, it is Lori that you've spoken with, and she helps to organize this event and evening. I know she is here somewhere. Mrs. Kilberry is right up there. Thank you very much. Mrs. Evans and Ms. Miggs. A few other quick thank yous to the Dream Team and the Voyager team. You will hear from both teams in just a few moments. This year, we had a new administrative structure here at MVU, and I'd like to thank my administrative partners, Mr. Jay Hartman. I know he is here somewhere, but if you see him, Mr. Jay Hartman, and also Mrs. Jen Disorder. And also here this evening, our school board chair, Mr. Dennis Boucher. And I wasn't quite sure if he was going to make it or not, but retiring this year, our superintendent of schools, Mr. Wynn Goodrich. School band, you'll have the opportunity here in just a few moments to hear a tune from our 7th and 8th grade band, and that is Mr. Aaron Garso. Reminders on the way in, you may have seen the baby pictures with the stars. On the way out tonight, please make sure that you grab that on the way out. Following our ceremony tonight, which is typically a pretty brief ceremony, we have some refreshments in Commons. We'll have parents and just a quick little get together there. Following that, the students have a dance until 9 o'clock. And also in the front lobby, the National Junior Honor Society is holding a raffle in the front lobby to benefit Relay for Life. So if you have an opportunity, please stop by and visit their table tonight. With that, at this time, I would like to ask that the members of the middle school band to please come forward. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Tom Sumner, the team leader for the Dream Team, to please come up and present their awards.
Good evening. I would like to begin by thanking everyone for attending tonight's ceremony. 8th grade graduation is an exciting time, and the students have worked hard to reach this point. Throughout the course of this year, our students on the Dream Team have shown excellent growth and maturity. Many students have learned to take responsibility for their actions and have become more conscientious and informed citizens. This group sitting in front of you has been an especially fun group to teach. We've had very few discipline issues this year. Students have generally worked very hard on everything they have done, including history night projects and their SBAC tests, to name only a few. And all in all, this has been an exceptional group to teach. Now, as many of us can probably remember, 8th grade can be a tough time. Young people are trying to figure out who they are and what they believe in. The world seems so far away, but completely on top of them all at the same time. They're dealing with things that most of us, who have lived a little longer, forget that young people deal with, and despite how we might react sometimes, their problems are very real and very important. One of my favorite musicians, Roger Waters, said that every stage of life is a state of preparation for the next stage, but we must never forget that life will never be more real for any of us than it is right now. I try to impart upon my 8th graders that they are in one of the most important stages of their life. They are in a stage when they can choose who and what they want to be. They're about to embark upon their high school career, which is truly their first step into their adult life. They have a clean slate, and their future is what they want to make of it. So, for my parting words of wisdom to this year's 8th grade class, I'd like you to remember that happiness and success are rarely achieved through talent alone and rarely symbolized by popularity and status. Success is achieved through ambition and perseverance, and happiness is almost always achieved through self-acceptance. And as the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle said, the key to happiness is moderation in all things. I'd like to transition into the awards part of my speech. I'm going to begin with my Citizenship Award. For my Citizenship Award, I would like to recognize a student who truly embodies what it means to be a thoughtful and persistent human being. She consistently works hard, is kind to all of her peers, and simply does not quit. She has excelled in everything she has set out to do, and above all, she inspires her classmates and all of her teachers. Therefore, I would like to present this year's Social Studies Citizenship Award to Brooke Durkee. sorry, that was my fault. The recipients of the awards for now, if you could just stand to be recognized. Thank you. The next award is Academic Achievement. For my Academic Achievement Award in Social Studies, I would like to recognize the student who put forth tremendous effort in everything that was asked of him. His work was done thoughtfully, to the highest of standards, and he consistently pushed himself far beyond any expectations set forth. Therefore, I would like to present the Social Studies Academic Achievement Award to Hayes and Lunau. I would now like to introduce Dream Team Science teacher, Julie Cattell.
Congratulations to all of you. I would like to present my award for academic achievement in science to a student who went above and beyond every single day. This student pushed to excel in each task handed to them. This student produced some of the most carefully thought out and detailed assignments I've ever seen. This student was persistent in exceeding the expectations and sought out assistance whenever necessary to do so. This student is one of the kindest, hardest working, and most respectful people I know, and I am honored to present the award to Abigail Gagne. The next student I'd like to award is someone who is always ready to try anything and one whom I've never ever heard complain regardless of what is asked of them. This student willingly worked with anyone, anytime, and was always offering a helpful hand when needed. This student was always kind to their peers and had a friendly grin when they walked into the room. I would like to present the award of Citizenship in Science to Logan Murphy. I would now like to introduce our Dream Team math teacher, Maria Jarvis.
Good evening. The Math Academic Achievement Award goes to an individual who has accelerated and achieved in both algebra and core math. She is a natural leader both in and out of the classroom. She is an enthusiastic learner who consistently extends her understandings, and she strives for excellence. It is an honor to recognize Maddie Gagne. Award goes to an individual who has demonstrated honorable character in and out of the classroom. The energy around her is always positive and welcoming. She even has a contagious smile that lights up the room. It is a privilege to recognize Madison Lampman. Next, English, Miss Cook. Hi everyone. I would like to present the award for academic achievement in English to a student who strived for excellence with each task, always producing the highest quality work. This student always exceeded the expectations in their writing. This student consistently followed interests in their reading and challenged themselves to engage with a variety of texts. This student worked hard to achieve their goals and is one of the kindest and most thoughtful people I know. I'm honored to present the Academic Achievement Award in English to Ella Partlow. The next student I would like to recognize will be awarded for citizenship in English. This student is one of the most dependable and diligent people I have ever met. I could always count on this student to be on task and present in class. This student was always willing to work with any peer and help others if needed. I'm honored to present the Citizenship Award in English to Alexandra Brulette. I'd like to introduce Voyager team leader and social studies teacher Dave Zabo.
Always a challenge. Can you guys see me? I'll jump, that's all. All right. What a year. When we're really reflecting on the journey the class of 2022 experienced, this group certainly was challenged. Right from the get-go, they were asked to adapt to a new grading system. Additionally, the habits of work, expectations took on new significance this year. Understandably, these two measures took students some time to adjust and to understand, and same thing for the teachers as well. In the fourth quarter, students were again challenged to adjust to a new enrichment structure. From my experience, this has to be the most change one group has had to adapt to, again, in all the years that I've been in education. Albert Einstein said, "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change." Flexibility is definitely a quality that this group of students possess. You will need to not only remember this, but to apply this next year, as you guys are going to be going into a new high school structure. Okay, and again, classes are going to be a little different for you, for sure. High school teachers are also going to be adjusting to the new grading system as well. So please try to remember next year to be patient and to show flexibility, because we know you guys can do it. My first award for highest achievement in social studies this year goes to a student for a few reasons. He consistently pushed himself not only to understand the concepts that we covered in class, but to also to apply those to what's going on in the real world, current issues in the real world. In addition, he regularly challenged himself to complete enrichment opportunities offered to him. He was always prepared for class and always focused during our discussions. It's with great pleasure that I award this year's Social Studies Highest Achievement Award to Egan Murphy. So this year's award for citizenship in social studies goes to an individual who is very well-rounded, especially for a middle schooler. Not only is he solid academically, he's involved in the school community. He participates both in sports and in the arts. Most importantly, he's an amazing citizen for MVU. He is kind-hearted to both students and staff, always willing to help out, which are some of the most important qualities you would want for an individual. It's a privilege to award the Citizenship Award to Dawson LaPlante. Next, I'd like to introduce the Voyager science teacher, Adam Fortin.
I'm going to start off with the Citizenship and Science Award. I'm going to start off by saying that this person probably doesn't want to be recognized for all the good things that they do in class. But when I sat down to decide who should get an award for citizenship and science, I just could not allow this student to go unrecognized. He shows up every day, gets his work done, asks great questions, works with whomever he's assigned to work with, and he is an incredibly good role model to follow in class. What really impressed me during this last semester was his confidence in public speaking in a class that has many strong voices and personalities. This student leads by example, and his actions speak much, much louder than his words. I am proud to give this award to Devin Slothauer. For highest achievement in science, this award is presented to a student who has a profound love of science. Science in the classroom, science outside of the classroom, science at home, and science all over the world. This girl loves science. And as a teacher, you try to do the best you can to challenge a student and to push their boundaries and to develop their skills. But I found that this year that this student challenged me as much as I challenged her. The questions this student would ask me showed me not just a higher level of learning, but a higher level of curiosity. Her science fair project, her rocket, and her vision of a utopia all demonstrated to me that this girl is going to change the world. I see a great many things in the future for her, and I am proud to give this award to Emily King. And I would now like to introduce the Voyager math teacher, Kelly Medwar.
I'll start with the highest achievement award in math. The Math Academic Achievement Award goes to an individual who has accelerated in both algebra and grade 8 math all year long. Even though she is quiet and reserved, she is a great advocate for herself and is always willing to help others. She is an engaged learner who consistently extends her understandings and strives for excellence. It's an honor to recognize Denise Berger. The Math Citizen Award goes to an individual who has demonstrated responsibility, respect, courage, honesty, and perseverance in and out of the classroom. His contagious smile can turn a bad day into a great one. He is a quiet leader and is always striving to do his best. It is an honor to recognize Keegan Zier. Next, I would like to introduce Mrs. Kate Hilliard, our language arts teacher.
This student always goes above and beyond in language arts. She challenges herself in her reading and her writing and takes a lot of time to submit creative, high-quality assignments. She asks for help when she needs it and to always make sure she's doing the best work possible. She's extremely thoughtful and is a quiet, patient leader to her peers. I am proud to award Haley White for high achievement in language. This student is kind to everyone. He's a patient and friendly leader in class and handles any frustrations he may have with his characteristic dry sense of humor. From helping set up my classroom each day to working with any student in class to being a caring friend to all, this student truly deserves the Citizenship Award. I'm proud to present this to Reed Tessier. Next, I'd like to present Josh Martin from the Franklin Grand Isle Bar Association with the Good Citizen Award.
Thank you. You guys are very efficient. I wasn't expecting to get up here so quickly. So for people who aren't familiar, the Franklin Grand Isle Bar Association is a member, our membership is made up of local attorneys and judges from Franklin, Grand Isle, and Chittenden County. And we're bipartisan, so there's very few things that we agree on. The one thing we agree on is that regardless of who is in the White House or in the State House, we all have the power to make the world a better place by how we treat others. And so we like to recognize, in addition to, math and athletic and academic achievements, people who have that, who put out the value to make the world a better place a little bit at a time by lifting up people who need lifting up and by including people who need to be included. And it's never an easy choice for the teachers to choose somebody, but they have written something for me to read about this year's recipient. This award goes to a student who has displayed a consistent work ethic and commitment to the community throughout the year. Her unwavering pursuit of excellence, both in and out of the classroom, has tremendously positive impacts on her success as a student. She also consistently has been a positive influence for her peers and a supportive classmate. In addition to always exceeding all academic expectations, this student accepts extra challenges in both the school and the local community and has established herself as a future leader. Her work in National Junior Honor Society, her community dance program, and work in her church goes beyond expectations. Therefore, the Dream Team would like to award the Franklin Grand Isle Bar Citizenship Award to Ella Parlow. And Ella, you can come up here if you like.
Congratulations. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Robert Corey, who will read the names of students getting recognized.
Ashley Wells. Ethan Andrews. Logan Andrews. Anakin Ashline. Alex Avetta. Madison Bailey. Brooke Barnett. Paul Barnett. Tyler Rose Barrett Cox. Christopher Bolio. Kylie Beckman. Denise Berger. Cooper Bergeron. Vanessa Bergeron. Caleb Bertrand. Hunter Billy. Alexander Bluto. Michael Bouchard Jr. Ariana Bordeaux. Jameson Bordeaux. Austin Frisch. Alexandria Brulette. Lincoln Wachowski. Lucian Bushy. Seth Bushy. Ethan Bushy Hansen. Ashton Chevalier. Connor Chevalier. Emma Chevalier. Alex Churchill. Lexus Churchill. Anna Kaminsky. Cameron Kuhn. Riley Curtis Joyce. Nicodemus Dashman. Owen Davis Tinker. Ian Dickey. Brady Domina. Mallory Downs. Dominic Dragon. Brooke Durkee. Garrett Eldridge. Nicholas Flint. Luke Fournier. Wyatt Frazier. Katie Burwell. Abigail Gagne. Lauren Gagne. Madison Gagne. Ruth Gagne. Gage Benson. Kenneth Brennan. Ezekiel Gagno. Gracie Goldberg. Ariel Gurley. Brady Hayden. Erica Hart. Derek Hodgson. DJ Jones. Lillian Calicut. Vanessa Kane. Skylar Kiefer. Bryce King. Emily King. Nicholas Patuckian. Kendall Ledoux. Zachary Lambert. Spencer Lamontagne. Madison Linton. Camden Japan. Hayden Japan. Dawson LaPlante. Connor Beach. Emma Ledoux. Lexi Lewis. Jason Moon. Jared Lutz. Logan Martell. Molly McLaughlin. Alexia Petitio. Owen Mosley. Egan Murphy. Logan Murphy. Drake Murray. Justin Happy Thompson. Jacob Noel. Abigail Paquette. Ellie Perry. Ella Parlow. Madison Poirier. Hayden Rice. Willow Ritter. Chase Roy. Marissa Salva. Brianna Savage. Dakota Sears. Matthew Shover. Haley Sloan. Devin Swathout. Lacey Snyder. Haley Stefanik. Allison Stetson. Timothy Stetson. Michael Stowe. Diane Chardy. Gage T. Paige Tessier. Reed Tessier. Roxanne Thayer. Haley Terry. Cole Tipper. Reed Tipper. Danielle Thompson. Elijah Vanslett. Merritt Vanslett. Brandon Wells. Haley White. Monica Whitehouse. Emily Wimble. Faith Yeary. Bailey Young. Beacon Zier.
Applause for this year's graduating 8th grade.